Oh, today I want to talk about the biggest manifestation secret that I discovered for me, and also when I was working with my clients. I truly discovered even more, and I keep discovering it, how clear it is that we can go two ways. We can go the hard way, or we can go the more easy way. Of course, I'm not saying that it's going to be a piece of cake, but it's much more simple once we really understand this. And that's when I went for just healing around in the same circles all the time, and I felt like I never really got anywhere. I never really made that truly shift in my life that I was hoping for, that I was somehow dreaming about and thought was possible, but still not sure. But when I changed lane. So how I see it is, there's two ways of doing this. There's the spiral that's so hard and makes healing hard and very painful. And then there's the other lane to manifest, where healing becomes more fun, more light. And I want to give that to you today. I am quite sure it can do some really good for you, because I've seen it change so many lives, and I really passionate about sharing this because it makes such a big difference, and it makes you love yourself so much more, so much faster, and makes your manifestations come so much faster. So this is what changed my life from sitting, and I had no job, I had no money, I had no relationship, I didn't have a partner, I didn't have a boyfriend for many years, I was single for many years, and but just this like lacking direction, and I tried to manifest my purpose. And this is really when I finally realized, when this clicked in my whole system, this is what made me change from sleeping on the floor in my mom's office, from having no money, no job, and suddenly in 1 month having clients, and moving to the next month, moving to an island in Crete. On the third day, I met my now partner, who's the dad of my child, and we chose then to move back to Denmark to have my child. But this is what made change everything in 2 months, really. That's where it just like a big shift in me happened, and then the big shift in my life happened. And I'm just so passionate about you understanding this. If you're feeling what I was feeling, healing around in circles, and manifestation was kind of painful also, because we can have this belief where it need to be painful because I need to go through this heavy healing because I have these blockages. Okay, so let me try and explain this and try to make it very simple, because yes, sometimes we need to hear it again and again and again, and that's okay. Hear it again and again and again and again until you understand it. Please don't stop, please keep going, because once this truly clicks in your whole system, your whole vibration, oh, how simple it becomes. Because yes, you will still uh, see triggers, feel these painful emotions, but you will be able to catch it right here and say, whoa, this is happening to me because I'm just vibrating here. So okay, so let's get into it. You can hear how passionate I am about this. So let me start and explain how I see. So I see these two ways, and I kind of see we need to work with our spiral, because the spiral needs to be upgoing. That is what we call vibration, right? Our joy healing space, where we can kind of peel off what is not vibrating with what we want. So that's the upgoing spiral. So let me start with the other one. It can be downgoing, or it can just be going in circles, basically. So the spiral is not moving, it's just keep going around and around and around and around. We're healing the same thing, right? So the story we have been telling ourselves our whole life. And what I saw, really, I was spending my time in the spiritual world, in the healing, and it kind of becomes like a hobby to heal ourselves, to to heal, 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 because we need to fix ourselves so we can be happy, right? Can you hear it a little bit? We need to heal ourselves so we can be happy. We need to heal ourselves so we can get this. We need to heal ourselves so we can go and do this, so we can become this or whatever. So it becomes kind of a hobby or a belief that I need to heal this to have that. So I need to fix myself. I hope you can hear it, that then we also, and this normally happens with people who don't believe that they're enough, right? Because we're searching for this. We're searching for this healing. We're searching for this alternative treatment, the new next alternative treatment, the new next shiny thing, as they call it, right? To be able to fix us. But the thing is, nothing can fix you other than you, other than this energy in here. And I know when I say that, yes, but I've been trying everything and it's not working. Okay, just stay with me, because that's what I said so long. And I took one course after the other. I went to healing, I went to, and I still say, go for it. Keep going if you feel for it, because we always take something new from these courses. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And I still find new mentors also. I need to keep evolving and stuff like that. So it's nothing against this. It's just the mindset that we're doing it from need to change if we want to change our life. So what often happens is, when we're in this state, because also a lot of teachers are teaching this, oh, it's because you have this from your childhood that you need to, and I was teaching it for a long time also, and it is a stage of spiritual healing or the working with ourselves. So it's a stage we have to go through, right? To see these things, what we have with us, who we truly exist of, but actually it's not who we truly exist of, right? It's just the patterns, right? The person that we became, not truly who we are. So that is not what we need to fix, the patterns, who we became. We just need to becoming more ourselves. So I hope you can see, when we have focus on healing those patterns, I need to fix this, I need to heal it, I need to remove it, I need to get it out of my system. Then we still have the focus here. We're still telling ourselves every day, I'm not good enough. I need to fix myself. I need to heal myself. Okay? How does that feel? And this is what keeps sending us in these circles, because if we're telling ourselves that I need to fix myself, then you're calling it in. Because if you like fixing yourself, if you like healing yourself, oh, then we need to bring more to her of that. If she really likes that, then let's give it to her. And it becomes so heavy, because then we basically have no true joy in our lives. Yes, sometimes maybe you have like these short moments where you're truly grateful and stuff. So that is the hard way, as I see it, that we need to understand everything in spiritual, all crystals and all the planets and all of this. I've been there, trust me. And it's amazing knowing all these things, knowing what is there, what exists. But anyway, then we kind of also searching outside of our body and our system of our soul and who we're meant to be here in this life, right? So when I realized this, that what shows up in my life is what I'm vibrating from. And I'm sure you have heard this many times. But we can learn to understand it on a different level all the time. I just had another realization here the other day, just about my partner and how he showed up, and because I was in a certain energy. So let me try and explain this from where I see it now. And that's why sometimes we have to have these things shown to us to to realize, oh, but I'm vibrating from this frequency right now. That's why this is showing to me. This is showing to me as a mirror, because you're vibrating from this vibration right now, or you're speaking to yourself like this right now. So quite often my partner is a mirror of how I'm speaking to myself. And that's why love was waiting for me for so long, because I truly was not ready for it, and I was making myself ready for it. Love, attracting love, that's something we can speak about another day, because that's a whole other topic. But need to understand this first, that we don't need to fix ourselves to find it. We just need to vibrate from more of who we truly are. So we kind of need to make a new habit here. From every time something shows up, to go down in this, where it's much more light. Because if you're here, you're probably also an empath, a sensitive person, right? And we have a tendency to not believe in ourselves. So that's why we are so quick at blaming ourselves, because we have learned this in spiritual healing, in the whole system of working with ourselves, that it's because I need to look at myself. And it's true, you need to look at yourself, you need to take responsibility for it. But there's two different ways of doing it here, and so many. I saw how I did it to myself, and I saw how many of my clients do it to themselves. And when they first realize this, oh, it just makes such a big difference. So here, when it happens, when somebody is treating you very bad, or if you're getting more bills, or if you're still stuck in the same freaking job that you don't like, it's just to show you a mirror of this is where you're vibrating from. And to understand this vibration of the upgoing spiral, so it's not only about being high in energy. I have another video of that, I can link it here below. But then it basically means that you are vibrating from this. It's just, it's not your fault that it's happening, but you're just turning on this radio channel, right? And it's a story you've been telling yourself your whole life. And once we realize that when this just happens, because it's going to poke in your system, it's going to poke in your nervous system. But the more we realize that, oh, I just need to see that, oh, it's because I'm telling myself this story, I need to tell myself a different story. And so I can give you an example, because I have done it in so many levels, and it just becomes more and more clear to me. I no longer trust in it. I just know that this is how it is. That's why I don't believe it when it's happening, if we can say it like this. And yes, it can make manifestation in this way, can make us feel naive, and that one we have to look at and work with. Because if we're feeling naive, that's maybe because we have been told it, or from people around us that don't believe so much in it, that you are naive to believe this. So you need to make the decision. Do you believe in this? Because for me, it's no longer believing. I just know that this is how it is. So that's why, like the other day, I just had, I went into something really old in my energy, where I felt low about myself. And yes, it still happens. It can come, but I'm very quickly, because it still has to happen for me to understand some things. So that day, I was just talking so old about myself, like it was something from my teenage years, like you're worthy of nothing, you cannot do anything, and all this just came back. I haven't talked to myself like that in a long time. And sure enough, a few hours later, my partner, he shouted at me in such an old, ugly way. He never does. And it was such a mirror of how I was talking to myself. So I ignored it. I didn't feed it. I didn't Because yes, when a man, because that's also one thing I had to work with before I could find love, because men can shake my whole system, and I'm quite sure a lot of us have something with men that can trigger us so much, and no man is going to shout at me, no man is going to treat me bad, okay? So but it triggered so many things. So where was I vibrating from that? And that just made me rise so high that no freaking way I'm not going back to that. And that's nothing bad about him, because he was also in his, but it has nothing to do with me. That's his responsibility, right? And we're quite good at that, at taking it now. In the beginning, of course, we had to go through some things to realize where is our dynamic here. So I still have to have these realizations sometimes to truly to understand it on deeper level. And this is where our trust is growing deeper and deeper and deeper, when we just let go into it, first of all, because I could so easily feed into this and start arguing and start defending myself and all of this, and explaining and communicating. And that's also what I figured out about relationships: communicating. Actually, it's not always about communicating. Of course, you need good communication, but so many times it's about working on your own vibration first, and then it will just dissolve into nothing, like there was no problem anyways. So that's why these things sometimes happening, because we need to realize, oh, here's a mirror of where I'm vibrating now. What is it that I want? So I need to vibrate from here. And this we can talk more about, but it's about what you are saying to yourself here where it's happening. So switching the focus to, I don't need to fix myself. I don't need to heal myself. This is not happening because I need to focus on healing something. So when we focus on what do I want? What do I want more of in life? What do I want to feel more of in life? What then? Next thing is, what do I need to open more to become that, to attract that into my life? Can you feel the difference? Then what do I need to heal? What do I need to fix? You're okay. You're exactly how you're supposed to be. You just need to vibe more from it. You need to let go and open more from who you are, from what you truly are, to open, to attract more. Because so you don't need to go and get what it is that you want. Because when you become that, when you open that, it will just happen. It will just come. So for example, if we again going to use my relationship as example, when I'm truly vibing that, he's just so much more amazing, right? And he shows his true self. And that's the same thing about money, about clients, and about house, about love, about everything. So as I always say, it's not about the structure, it's not about how you're going to get it, what you're going to get. It's about become happy first. Look at what is blocking me from vibing, from being in an upward spiral. Again, I'm not talking about being so full of energy all the time. It's about being in an upturning spiral where you are telling yourself a different story. And this is much more in my meditations and my guidings, how you can move that spiral up. Because again, like in my last video, about hitting those affirmations right where in your soft spot. Because it's not going to work just to say, I love myself, I'm good enough, right? That's in another video. So try to really see these two lanes you can go down on. Here where I want more in life, and I can open myself more up to that. How can I open myself to let it in? The other way, how can I fix myself to become that and to go there? It's kind of usually like that. So which one you're choosing? So I know this is hitting you somewhere, so let me know. This is really what changed my life and changed it like this. This is really where things can start happening. So have a great day.